What's happening, trendsetters, and welcome back to Google Trends Hub. The news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and we've got the absolutely essential updates you cannot afford to miss. From major international trade deals impacting tech giants to crucial security alerts and high-profile legal battles, we're diving deep into the stories shaping our digital world. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown that'll keep you ahead of the curve. Don't blink, or you might miss it. We've got a packed show, so buckle up and let's get into it. First up, a massive international trade negotiation is causing ripples across the tech industry, with a major player caught in the crossfire. We're talking about a significant delay in a substantial fine, and the reasons behind it are intricately tied to global economic strategies. This is a developing story with huge implications, so stick around as we break down exactly what's going on and why it matters to you. Next, we're tackling a topic that touches billions of users worldwide: email security. There have been widespread rumors and concerns about a major breach impacting a beloved service. We've got the official word and the real story behind the headlines that might have you thinking twice about your inbox. Is your data safe? We're getting straight to the facts. And in legal news, we're tracking high-stakes discussions that could set precedents for online platforms and public figures. A major tech company is reportedly in productive discussions with legal teams regarding a high-profile deplatforming case. Plus, we're looking at how gaming is getting a social upgrade with a new update that lets you share your progress and achievements. Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on, because you won't want to miss a single second of what's coming up next. Global trade tensions delay big tech fine. In a move that has raised eyebrows and sparked debate across the tech and political spheres, European antitrust officials have reportedly delayed the issuance of a significant fine against Google concerning its advertising practices. Citing sources familiar with the matter, Reuters has revealed that this delay is not arbitrary, but is intricately linked to ongoing trade negotiations between the United States and the European Union. Specifically, the EU is holding off on penalizing Google as it awaits a reduction in U.S. tariffs on European automobiles, a key point in the broader trade discussions. These car tariffs, currently standing at a substantial 27.5%, were a focal point of recent high-level talks, with the European Commission having proposed a reduction in tariffs on U.S. industrial goods, now anticipating a reciprocal move from the U.S. to lower these automotive tariffs to 15%. The situation is further complicated by President Donald Trump's previous warnings to the EU against taking punitive action against major American technology firms, adding a layer of political pressure to the regulatory process. Originally, Google was reportedly informed by EU antitrust chief Teresa Rybra that the fine would be announced on a specific Monday. But the announcement never materialized, and no official reason was provided at the time. Sources suggest this delay is expected to last no more than a month, though some indicate it followed questioning from EU Trade Commissioner Maros Sefcovic, who did not specify a duration for the pause. This delay has ignited concerns about the potential for political influence to sway antitrust decisions, with critics like Germany's Monopolies Commission Chairman Tommaso Duso labeling it a worrying precedent, and stating that the protection of competition must not become a pawn of the Trump administration. A spokesperson for the European Commission confirmed that the Google investigation is ongoing, but declined to offer further details. The fine stems from a 4-year investigation initiated by a complaint from the European Publishers Council, which alleged that Google unfairly favored its own advertising services. The delay was first reported by MLEX. On Wall Street, analysts maintain a moderate buy consensus for GOOGL stock, with 26 buys and 9 holds in the last 3 months, and an average price target of $216.87, implying a potential 3.7% upside. This intricate dance of global economics and regulation is far from over. But now, let's shift our focus to a different kind of digital concern: the security of your personal data. Gmail security under scrutiny amidst breach rumors. Recent days have seen a surge of alarming reports suggesting that Gmail, the ubiquitous email service used by billions, has suffered a major data breach. These claims, fueled by a series of internal warnings distributed by Google and a notable increase in reported phishing attacks, have led to widespread user concern and a flurry of advice on social media urging password changes and the activation of two-factor authentication. However, Google has stepped in to directly address these fears, issuing a clear statement on its official blog asserting that Gmail's security remains strong and effective, and that reports of a widespread breach are a misinterpretation of recent events. The confusion appears to stem from a confluence of separate security incidents. Earlier in June, Google did experience a data breach, but it was specifically targeted at the company's internal corporate Salesforce server. The attacker managed to access publicly available information, such as business names and contact details, but critically, no private user information was compromised in this particular incident. Following this, throughout July and August, Google alerted its Gmail users to a rise in phishing attempts. While the company did not provide extensive details, many users and media outlets connected this uptick in phishing to the earlier corporate server breach. This led to amplified discussions on social media about hacking attempts, culminating in the widespread belief that Gmail's entire user base of 2.5 billion individuals was at imminent risk. While Google acknowledges the increase in phishing attacks, it emphasizes that this is a separate issue from a core breach of the Gmail service itself. The company maintains that the security measures in place for Gmail are robust and effective. The advice to change passwords and enable two-factor authentication, while generally sound security practice, is not indicative of a compromise specific to Gmail's core infrastructure, according to the company. The situation highlights the challenges of maintaining user trust in the face of complex cybersecurity landscapes and the rapid spread of information and misinformation online. Google's statement aims to clarify the situation and reassure its vast user base that their accounts remain secure against broad, systemic attacks. While Gmail's security is holding strong, another major tech player is navigating a different kind of digital challenge. We're turning now to the courtroom, where high-profile discussions are underway. High-stakes discussions: Google and Trump's legal teams in talks over deplatforming suit. In a development closely watched by critics of both big tech and former President Donald Trump, the legal teams representing Trump and Google's YouTube platform have informed a federal judge that they are currently engaged in productive discussions regarding next steps in a lawsuit initiated by Trump. This legal battle centers on YouTube's decision to ban Trump's account following the events of January 6, 2021. Both parties anticipate further dialogue in the near future, signaling a potential path toward a settlement. This situation is particularly significant as Trump had previously filed similar lawsuits against Meta, formerly Facebook, and Twitter over their respective bans. Meta recently settled its case for $25 million, a precedent that some observers, like Senator Elizabeth Warren, believe might influence Google's approach. Senator Warren has publicly voiced concerns, suggesting that Google could follow Meta's lead in resolving such disputes. Google itself is currently navigating a complex web of legal challenges, including 2 separate antitrust lawsuits filed by the U.S. Department of Justice. These lawsuits could potentially lead to significant remedies, such as forcing Google to divest its Chrome browser, due to alleged harms to competition in the online search and ad tech markets. Adding to the scrutiny, recent turmoil within the DOJ's antitrust division has led former enforcement officials to express concerns about the agency's susceptibility to external corporate influence. Senator Warren has specifically warned that such situations could exemplify how large corporations might be enabling what she describes as Trump's authoritarianism. The ongoing discussions between Google and Trump's legal representatives highlight the broader debate surrounding content moderation, free speech on digital platforms, and the accountability of major technology companies in the political arena. The outcome of these discussions could have far-reaching implications, not only for the parties involved, but also for the regulatory landscape governing online platforms and the legal recourse available to users who are deplatformed. The comparison to Meta's settlement looms large, suggesting that a negotiated resolution might be a more likely outcome than a protracted legal battle, though the specifics of any potential agreement remain undisclosed. These legal maneuvers are certainly making waves. But now, let's pivot to how your online activity is about to get a lot more visible in the gaming world. Google Play Games overhauls profiles, revealing gaming habits. Google is set to roll out a significant update to its Play Games app, introducing new profile features that will allow users to display their gaming stats and milestones. Beginning September 23rd, with EU and UK users seeing the changes on October 1st, other players will gain visibility into your gaming activities. This includes details on which games you have played, the duration of your play sessions, and any achievements you've unlocked within those games. While Google has also mentioned the addition of new social features, the specifics of these remain unclear. The update appears to draw inspiration from established gaming platforms like Steam, as well as console services such as PlayStation and Xbox, which offer similar profile customization and social interaction capabilities. Google has confirmed that it will be collecting usage data from both currently installed and previously played games. Furthermore, the company states that it may share information about your in-game activities with game developers. Users will also have the option to import their past gaming activity on a one-time basis, allowing Google to populate their new Play Games profile statistics by drawing from their account history. It's worth noting that users already have control over the collection of their gaming-related data through the Activity Controls settings within their Google accounts. The visibility of these new profiles will be user-configurable. If a profile is set to public, other users will be able to follow your gaming activity. However, users also have the option to keep their profiles private, shielding their gaming habits from public view. For those who wish to completely opt out, Google provides the ability to delete your Play Games profile entirely, along with all associated data. This overhaul comes at an interesting time, coinciding with Apple's planned annual software updates, which will introduce a new dedicated gaming application simply titled Games. This app, set to be pre-installed on updated Mac, iPhone, and iPad devices, effectively replaces the older Game Center and aims to function as a modern gaming hub. Similar to Google's approach, Apple's Games app will allow users to see what their friends are playing, alongside features like leaderboards, matchmaking services, game recommendations, and news on new titles. From global trade to personal data and gaming habits, we've covered a lot of ground today. Stick around for a quick recap and your essential call to action. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw EU trade talks potentially influencing Google fines, Gmail security holding strong against breach rumors, productive discussions in the Trump deplatforming lawsuit, and Google Play Games making your gaming stats public. Don't miss out on what's next. Hit that like button, subscribe to Google Trends Hub, ring that notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all social platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.